Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to our hobby bench for another episode of Bonus Bias. It was recently brought to my attention that I have never talked about one of my biggest hobbies on Bonus Bias, which is Hot Wheels. I love Hot Wheels, and I think, and I hope to present to you my reasons for in this video, that they are the perfect collectible. Whether you collect real cars, fake cars, old-timey cars, new cars, premiums, very premiums, whether you collect them in the box or you like to rip them out and play with them and roll them around. Hot Wheels are freaking awesome. And I really do love them. Like, they are genuinely the perfect collectible. I mean, picture this. I have a ton of Hot Wheels. I also have a ton of plenty of other things. I've got a ton of Balisongs. I've got a few Legos. I've got a ton of Transformers. But Hot Wheels are the one thing that I just never feel guilty about getting a few more of. I mean, picture something that you can collect that literally costs $1. It is just so cheap to add to your collection. I mean, just looking in front of me, I have these display cases, and they are 3 by 6. There are 18 cars in here. In order to fill up this case, add 18 things to my Hot Wheels collection, I am spending a max of maybe like $25 to $30. That is the price of one single like base Transformer. So you get 25 pieces to your collection for the very low price of like 25 to 30 bucks. And sure, you can go a little bit more expensive, which I'll kind of show you all the different options that you can go through. But it's just so refreshingly nice to have a hobby that I can go to any grocery store, really, go down the toy aisle, see what kind of Hot Wheels they have. Sometimes they'll have some from 3 years ago. Sometimes they'll have some from right now. And I'll be able to pick up a few and not really feel guilty about it because it won't really add anything to my shopping trip. It's just really, really cool. Add that to the fact that I am a big car fan, not in the sense that I like driving and working on cars, but I just like how cars look. I think there are really cool designs in cars, and Hot Wheels are the perfect way to encapsulate that and put that on display in my room, because you can get any shape or form of a Hot Wheels, and I don't need to go under the hood and do maintenance to enjoy this Porsche 928S. It's just... It's a model. I can play with it. I can roll it around, and it's awesome. Or this Shelby Cobra, which looks freaking awesome, and I love it so much. I can just kind of roll it around. I don't really have a care in the world. I don't have to do maintenance on it. I don't have to know how to drive it or whatever. I don't have to spend 300 grand on a Ferrari that they only let you buy when you've bought 5 other Ferraris. I don't know. I just like Hot Wheels. So I kind of wanted to take you guys through some of the different ways that Hot Wheels have really pulled me in, because I didn't realize how deep some of this went. I've been collecting Hot Wheels for years. I literally have these old, fully metal, like, this says 1974 on it. I'm not sure if that's the year it was produced, but this was probably made before I was even born. This is an old Porsche. It rolls amazingly. It is made out of metal. It's back when, things used to actually be made out of good materials and stuff like that. I've got this American Airlines Greyhound bus, which is a Matchbox, but still, you get the idea. I think is this a Hot Wheels? This is a Hot Wheels. Look at how old that is. Friggin', they didn't even have the symbol back then. This little Greyhound Americruiser. These are from my dad. He gave them to me when I was a kid. I have a bin of Hot Wheels from when I was a freaking toddler, and I have all my new Hot Wheels. And when I was a kid, I just thought they were fun cars you can roll around, and now I realize that they are an addiction. So you have 3 different basic Hot Wheels, let's say. I'm just going to say 2 for the sake of like things that I can actually show you physically here. But there are kind of 3 major tiers that you can go for at retail. You have your main line, These are your run-of-the-mill dollar, $1.20, in the typical card that we tore open. This one, I probably should have picked a different one because I actually did kind of want to preserve that box. Actually, that's not bad. This was $1 at Walmart today. I went after a dentist appointment, and it was cool. I've been looking for this specific Porsche, and I found it, and it was there, and it was awesome. It's like a fun little treasure hunt every time you go. But this one will run you like $1 to maybe $1.50, depending on the store that you're going to. You can also they have like the silver editions. They're like a little bit more premium. The paint is a little bit better. Those will be like $3. There will be like, I think the current one at Walmart is like a Avatar: The Last Airbender collection or something like that. They're just like a little bit more detailed. And then you have the premiums. These have full metal construction. Actually, I shouldn't say full metal construction. I don't think that's true. But they have a metal body. Unlike the newer Hot Wheels are all plastic and they feel very light and cheap. As opposed to like these older Hot Wheels that are all metal and they roll really nice. But this is metal bottom. They actually put a lot of work into, like, you can see they painted the badge there. They've got paint on the windshield up here. They painted in the tail lights back here. These rubbers are actually, the wheels are actually made of rubber here. So you can, not your typical like plastic wheels. So they roll a little better. They feel premium, and these are why they're called premiums. These used to be like $5. They've since jumped up to like 7 or 8 due to global reasons. But they're pretty cool. I used to love collecting them back when they were only like $4 or $5 because I love the idea of rubber wheels. I had no idea they made Hot Wheels with rubber wheels on them. So this is actually one of the first premiums I got along with this. This is my favorite car of all time, the Datsun 240Z. And they happened to just have a premium of it when I found them there, which was insane. I found this one, and I looked on the back. I was like, imagine if they have a Datsun, and they did have a Datsun. So I used to love premiums. I don't really anymore because they're just so expensive, but they're so cool. They're so fun to roll around. I love the rubber wheels. And then there are the higher tier ones. This is the most expensive Hot Wheels I own for now. I actually have one on pre-order, which maybe I'll show you guys when I get it in. But this is called an RLC. This is like balls to the wall Hot Wheels. And this isn't even as crazy as it gets for diecast. There are some other companies which do some truly wild shit. But this has full body metal. It has a fully detailed interior. You can see, like, maybe you guys can't see, but there's a roll cage. It's got seats that are painted. I can see like rivets on the floor. I can see a gear shift, the steering wheel, stuff like that. Rubber wheels, a moving part of some sort. So this has an opening hood with a detailed engine bay. You can see it's got like a fully painted license plate. Like this thing, I think this retailed for maybe like $30 or $40, which is a lot for a Hot Wheels. I really like it. I would never buy another one, but this is like my favorite Hot Wheels of all time. It's made in this special, it's called Spectra Chrome or Spectra Flame paint. It's like chromey kind of versions of their other paint, which is just sick looking. It's like reflective and it's kind of mirrory, and that is the same word, but the blue and the orange with the painted headlights and the kind of carbon fiber looking hood. I discovered this thing and I bought one on eBay very shortly after. I love this thing. It's weighty. It's dense. It is my favorite Hot Wheel in my collection. But if you want that kind of specialness without having to spend all of that money and you get really lucky, Hot Wheels goes even so much deeper than that. Your typical $1 Hot Wheels can be one of 3 different things. It can be just a normal, everyday, run-of-the-mill thing. Or it can be what they call a treasure hunt. There are treasure hunt variants. I can't find the one that I have for the life of me, but it's just a casting that they've already released in some special color. So imagine like this cone, imagine it being like red, and then that would be the treasure hunt for that case. Or the even more rare ones is this. So I have 3 of the same casting here. Here is the normal Porsche 911 Rally. Love this casting. It's really nice. Green. It's even got some like decals on there for the headlights and stuff, or roof rack. And this is the super treasure hunt version, which I was lucky enough to get in a store local to me. You can see that this has that same kind of special paint on it, that Spectraflame paint. This is it's not guaranteed in every case, but sometimes they will replace the normal version over here with one of these in a case. And you can find them at the store, and they are just the normal price. This has rubber wheels. It has that special chrome paint on it, and it's very rare. They go for a lot on eBay, but if you find them in stores, if you're lucky enough, they're just the normal price. They're $1. So there's literally always something to check for at a Hot Wheels store, because maybe they're going to have, or at a grocery store, because maybe they're going to have the special treasure hunt variant. It's so rare that I can't believe that I even found one of these. Like, I'm seriously still in shock that I managed to find one of these in the dump bin. But it's just such a cool thing. I didn't know that existed. And then the other thing that you can hunt for, you might notice I have another Porsche here. This is an error Porsche because they didn't print out the decals on the front here. And there's a whole manner of these. There's things that are like mismolded or mispainted. Sometimes all the decals will be gone. Sometimes there will be something weird applied to it. Sometimes I might even be like the wrong color, one of the parts or something like that. And I just think that there's all of these different things that you can go to the section and just look and see if they have it. And it's not something that you're like dying for. It's not something that I go to and I'm like foaming at the mouth to try and find if they have one of these things. But it's just a fun little addition to any little grocery shopping trip that I have. Go to the Hot Wheels section, see if they have the casting that I was looking for. Maybe they have the new case that just came out. Maybe they've got a treasure hunt. Maybe they've got a super treasure hunt. Do they have any cool premiums? It's probably not worth the price, but hey, I'll check at the very least. And there's just all these different collections that you can have. I'm collecting Porsches is probably one of my main ones. I'm collecting Transformers lookalikes. I don't have one on me, unfortunately, here, but I'm just collecting cars that look like the vehicle modes of old Transformers. And it's just a fun little hobby. I love Hot Wheels a lot. They're fun. You can roll them around. You can put them on the tracks. You can get the play sets if you want. Or you can literally just sit them there. They're like $1. If they just sit there, still worth the money for me. I get $1 of enjoyment looking at this thing over in the garage that I have. If you've seen my other videos, you see I have like a big play set garage from Hot Wheels, and then I also have like a diorama garage with a light in it. This is one of the ones that sits in that diorama garage. Actually, these three all have a spot in there. And I definitely get $1 of enjoyment just looking at them in that garage. And I also get $1 of enjoyment just kind of playing around with them, because, like, you know, I can smash them together and it doesn't matter. I don't care. It's $1. Some people are going to cringe because this is a Ferrari and they're kind of rare lately, but I don't care, man. If you run around collecting Hot Wheels to make money off of them, that's just kind of sad, and I feel a little bit bad for you. But yeah, one of my hobbies that I really like. Hopefully this didn't go on for too long, but there's just so much more involved than I thought that they were. I literally thought they were just the $1, and then I discovered there's different price tiers you can get, and they've got like these online exclusives, and then they've got these freaking special like 1 in 100 or 1 in 200 variants that you can find. It's like finding a shiny Pokemon. It's so cool. Anyway, thank you all for watching this bonus bias, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.